Hello and welcome to Planting of the Geeks, and if you're watching this as part of our Halloween specials, also happy Halloween! And so you join me today. I'm feeling a bit under the weather when I'm recording this, by the way, which is one of the reasons I bought this game. I was feeling a bit ill last night and I thought, oh, there's Plague Inc, let's buy that and see what that's about. Turns out that's exactly how I feel. So I apologise if my voice is a little bit groggy today, but it's because I am actually a virus and it has inspired me to play this. This and Nurgle, obviously. So I got this from Steam, and it wasn't on offer or anything, but I just fancied it, and it's an early access game, so there's some features that aren't there. So I'm just going to show you the single player mode, so let's do that. And we have main game, and we go to play. So I've played a couple of games of this, and you've got to complete each one on normal, each one of these. You start with the bacteria. And you also start down at the bottom, you start with simian flu as well, which is obviously the dawn of the planet over the apes, sort of add-on bit there. I'm not going to go into that one, although if we get time, I might do. I'd like to look at that. But we're going to progress with the main one. And I started last night with the bacteria, so I've unlocked virus. That's what the virus looks like. Fungus you can't click on yet. That'll be interesting, that's like The Last of Us. Cool. And then you go on to Neurax worm, and then you go on to parasite, prion, necrovirus, some sort of zombie plague maybe, nanovirus, bioweapon, and then we also got simian. But as I said, we've got bacteria here, and what I'm going to do, even though I've done this one, I'm going to show you the bacteria. I'm going to start with the bacteria. Here's this little chap here, this is who we're going to be playing today. And we're going to continue, and then when you go along you can also unlock certain things, so you can insert genetic codes from things. So for instance we've got these ones here which are all locked. We've got Darwinist, Creationist, Genetic Mimic, other stuff there. I'm going to leave Darwinist on. Oh, I'm going to leave Darwinist on, he says. So we're going to insert that to give it a bit of random mutation in the old genes there, make it a bit interesting. We also have ionized helix, so bonus DNA when devolving. So we can put that on. You kind of waste DNA when you do devolve, but it might be something we need to do depending on what happens during the game. So we're going to click continue, and then we're going to put this on normal. That's how a game should be played. This one's called Nurgle 4. That was the last one I actually played. I'm going to keep it the same name actually. Nurgle 4 was the final version of bacteria, which did wipe out the world. So let's continue with that. And that obviously is the objective, because I'm feeling so bad, and in myself I thought, why not wipe the world out, share my plague with everybody. And so I'm going to do that. So welcome to Plague Incorporated. You are a new bacteria, thank you. To when you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Which sounds cool, but also a bit counterproductive maybe, because, you know, once I've wiped all my hosts out, I'm dead. But there we go. So we select a start location. It can be anywhere in the world, anywhere at all. We've got all these different things, we've got all the different countries, we can look at them later as we're going along. And the world population is there, at the bottom. That's who we're intending to affect, everybody. And we've got all the different climates that come on the world and everything we have to deal with. So I'm going to start. You see, if you start in an area like China or India or Russia, they've got large populations, so you can infect a lot of people rather quickly. Whereas if you start in the USA, they've got a lot of money, so it's hard to sort of infect people. I had some good luck when I started in China, because they had a big population. Although the first time I won on easy, on casual, when I first practiced, was in France, and I won that one as well, as I said. I'm going to actually start in Britain. I'm going to infect my homeland first, because I am here, so let's do that. I'm going to infect Britain. I've infected one person, which is probably myself. And Nurgle 4 has begun this infection, it's infected somebody. So cool, so you get these little blips that come up, you get the red ones here, and we're just going to pause time for a second, so I can show you some other things. So we get these blips that will come up, and we want to click on that, and that will give us DNA down in this corner, disease DNA, and that's how we evolve ourselves. On the opposite side we have the world, and that's how quickly they're actually making the cure. We don't want them to make the cure. The blue bar at the bottom with a little red blip on is how many people we've infected. At the moment we've clicked on the UK, so you can see how many people are affected in the UK. If you just click there, it gives you your world statistics. And you can click on other countries as well, like for the instance the USA, we'll go to that. And you can go and have a look into things, and it says business as usual, because obviously we're not there yet. They're 100% healthy, and that's their medical research towards the cure and everything at the bottom. And then up at the top we have the map, and on the map we have, there we go, urban country, and we have rich country, which tells you what the country's like, which is useful because the way we evolve, we can evolve against antibiotics, which helps in rich countries, and we can evolve into being spread to rats, which helps in urban environments. So, and you see these little planes flying about and all these little bolts. That's how we're going to transmit ourselves across the world. We're going to do it via all that, which is really cool. So I shall show you, actually what we'll do, we'll fast forward a little bit and we'll get ourselves some more points. And we don't basically do anything at this point. So when these bubbles come up, orange ones, just click on them and it'll give you some DNA points. There we go. I'm just going to pause now. As I said, we don't actually do anything at the moment. If we go on to this is us, Nurgle 4. Our symptoms are nothing, because we haven't evolved any symptoms. We're just a passive little bacteria that doesn't really do anything. But we do have the options of evolving nausea, for instance, and if we look at that, because it irritates stomach lining, leading to discomfort. Slight chance of infection people when kissing. And then we can also do the opposite, which is saying like things that affect your mind. Inability to sleep makes people irritable and less productive. That's useful, you know, for slowing down their actual ability to cure this. And you see there, it costs 2 DNA points to evolve this thing. We've got 9 at the bottom at the moment. And we can have rashes, we can have coughing, which is a good one because it spreads it in urban environments, and we're in an urban environment, we're in Britain. I'll just check that. We should be. Cysts, and we have anemia, which is all things we can evolve. These are all like the symptoms. But the quicker you evolve the symptoms and the more serious you become, the quicker the people react to it. So before we get that far, we want to do a couple of other things. We have abilities over here, which change as per thing that you are. So the virus is the different thing over here. The bacteria has bacterial resistance, which is 16 DNA points, which allows us to protect against different climates, so we can spread more across the world. And we have actual sort of cold resistance, which makes it even better in cold temperatures. Last night when I played a game I nearly won, but Iceland was the last refuge of humanity because I didn't get a chance to evolve cold resistance. So it is important to do that. And then we have drug resistance. So again, in wealthy countries, they have more antibiotics available, so they can use drugs to stop you. So we need to evolve a resistance against those drugs. So we have transmission as well. So this is how we're going to get about. And the most effective way I found for bacteria is actually to focus on water and air, which is what I'm going to do for this. But you can also go for livestock. You can go blood transmissions. You can go insect transmissions. You can go rodents, which is what I said before, that helps in urban areas, and then we can go bird, so like bird flu. I'm going to try and focus solely on air and water transmission. So we're actually going to do that right now, because we've got 9 DNA points, and it needs 9 DNA points. We're going to become waterborne, just to move ourselves around a bit. At this point we still don't have any symptoms, but if you remember at the beginning I put Darwinism on, so there's a chance we might mutate some. And it also says on ones like bloodborne, gives an organism the ability to spread through blood-to-blood contact, increases infectivity, especially in poor region, and increases your mutation chance. So there's more chance you'll mutate, more symptoms. Because we do need to become deadly in the end, but we don't want to start deadly, because if we kill all of our hosts, we lose. And if we alert the authorities to us, if you will, too early, they'll cure us a lot quicker. So let's continue time. We've successfully evolved Nurgle 4. So I'm hoping to spread around a bit. So if we click back on the UK, you can see we've infected 7 people. 8. That's good. If we click on Britain just to check. We're a cold country. Oh, that's probably true. We're a humid country. Yeah, that's totally true today. Urban and rich. So I do need to evolve some resistances to the cold and humidity, so climate as well, in order to truly spread. Okay. Oh, nearly missed that one. Right. So slow us down a little bit. We'll take a look at the world map. Those points. They're all welcome. As the disease spreads as well, you'll see these little numbers coming up. So the quicker you spread, the more of these you're going to get earlier on. But that can also be a problem because you might have evolved a lot of stuff, and then later on you've infected everyone already, and you're not getting as many points in. That can be a problem because then you might need to evolve some sort of resistance to their cures, or at least their research, should I say, and abilities. So we're going to do a little bit of climate control. We'll evolve that, and we'll evolve some cold resistance since we're in Britain. So that should increase the rate of infection now. We're on 30, 40. And then we get these random events coming up as well. So the news will start telling us random events. Some of them seemingly don't do anything. But then if border guards are threatening a strike, then there's a chance that our disease could spread if we were near Korea. So some of them do actually have unknown effects, or sort of not obvious effects, should I say. But also keep an eye out, if you're playing this, for things, for instance last night, researchers quite early on developed a resistance to diarrhea. And any disease that had diarrhea would be actually cured quicker. Ah, right. So we've mutated anemia. And so that saved us from spending DNA points on it. We're now making people anemic. Not the greatest mutation, but it'll do for now. And we'll click on that. So if we go to symptoms, you see that's now been highlighted, and we now select the next one if we want to, which is haemophilia. So we can actually start making the disease a bit more deadly, but we don't want to just jump into that yet. Let's go back to abilities. So we've got some resistance there, as I said, but we're in a rich country as well, so we're going to have some drug resistance at this point. So I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so last night it came up that they had a resistance to or a cure for diseases which cause diarrhea, and then I actually randomly evolved that symptom, which meant they were curing it faster. So in a virus situation you want to actually unevolve those kind of things so they can't cure it as fast. So it's worth keeping an eye out to see what things they've come up with, and that was way before we got to that stage as well. So what's this? We've infected hundreds. It's good, we've infected hundreds of people. 242 in Britain, 271 in Britain. Excellent. Into 300s. Oh. See, all those resistances we've put in now, we're infecting a lot more people. So we now need to wait until we've built up some more DNA points, and then we might make ourselves airborne as well. Just take it even further. So the waterborne should... Right, so for this one, for instance, the UN has announced an aid initiative for poor countries, making them less vulnerable to disease. So when it gets to the poorer countries, they'll become a bit less vulnerable. It's not going to affect us at this moment, because we're just in Britain. Okay, number 4 has infected thousands in the UK. People are being infected faster and faster. So my goal last night was to make it as passive as possible until I'd spread across the world, so there's at least cases in every country, or nearly every country, and then start making it deadly. Because by then, you've got cases everywhere you want to go. So what we're going to try and do again, if possible. We'll see what happens. So for transmission, if we want to go airborne, it's going to cost us 10 DNA, we need one more. Okay, so we'll hang around and wait for that. Ah, so there we go, spreads to Russia. See that red plane just appear? That means we spread via the air, even though we're not gone airborne yet. Someone's obviously drunk us, or has caught us and gone to Russia. So now we spread to Russia. So when we do that, a little red icon comes up. So we're going to zoom out now so we can see more of the map, because we're going to start getting blips all over the place now, and we want to we spread that. Now we're affecting more countries. So I'm going to slow the timer down just in case I don't want to miss any, because all these will give us DNA points and we need them. So at this point I'm going to evolve airborne. So that will affect arid countries and plane transmission. Good. Good. See, playing this game is sort of like giving me sort of this sense of overwhelming power, and also makes me feel slightly ill at the same time. Yeah. Oh, brilliant! We're destroying the world. Wait a minute, that was not right. Yeah, it feels kind of a bit strange playing this game. Oh, we're off. So we're now more infectious than TV. Oh yes, we're being transmitted everywhere. And who's not that concerned yet? They've not even started any sort of research to stop us. The UK will probably be the first place it starts. It's normally wherever you've started. So we've now developed insomnia. Okay. So that is not the worst of the symptoms again. It's down here, like we said before. Next one from that is paranoia, which makes people unlikely to seek help because they don't trust other people, which is quite funny. And that leads on to madness later on, which is hilarious. He says, no, it's not really, but this is a strange game. But I do enjoy it, in a weird kind of way. So there we go. We're in New Zealand, that's good. Don't know how many people have got in New Zealand? 5. Awesome. So you see the red ship there, that's because we're waterborne. That's going to go and infect somewhere in America or South America. I couldn't see quite where I was going. So now they've got they're worried that we're spreading. We're a minor disease, so they're not that bothered at the moment, but that's the first indications beginning to take notice of us. We've got 35 points to spend as well, so let's do that. Let's work on our transmission. We're going to go level 2 on the old airborne and level 2 on the old waterborne. So now we've unlocked this one here. So when we get 20 points, we're going to go to extreme bioaerosol, which means we can adapt at the cellular level between being water and air and get past various sort of filters. So that's going to make us very, very easy to transmit. But well, it should also see a quick boost in people getting this now because we've just upgraded those two, which will net us more points. So once we've done that, speed this up a bit. I hope I don't miss anyone. There we go. Yep. So we want to get to 20 points, and then I'll slow it down a bit. 18. Oh, is that it? Right, let's just pause that a second. So we're going to evolve the extreme bioaerosol. So now we should be very easy to spread. You can see at the bottom as well, if we hadn't already noticed there, we've got infectivity, severity and lethality. We're not lethal at all, we haven't killed anyone. We're not very severe at the moment, we're only causing minor symptoms, that's why we're not really being watched, but we are becoming more and more effective, which is what we want to do. So what we're going to start focusing on next is the abilities. I'm going to start making us a bit more resilient to climates, so we can spread into other areas. And we also, when they start doing research against us, we want to start evolving these genetic hardenings, to slow that research down. We'll just keep an eye on there, and we'll hopefully save a few points for that. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're all over the place. And they're more infectious than HIV. It's a strange game where that's an achievement. It's a strange game. Speed us up a bit. Oh, pause. They missed all that. So I wonder, we've infected Argentina, so Claire will be upset. Okay, it's a bit of a coughing fit that, but that's apt. So, where are we? There we go. Great, so we've got 66. Let's see what we can do with that. I think it'll make us a bit more heat resistant and a bit more climate resistant. Help us spread to other countries. Nergal 4 Awareness Day. Charities are holding Nergal 4 Awareness Day to raise the profile of this disease. Encouraging the development of a cure which has started at 1% down there. Oh, bloody charities. I said this is a strange game. More infectious than the common cold. Excellent. More popular than the common cold. Madagascar's been infected. Amazing. I wonder if we spread to lemurs. Nergal 4's been placed on the watch list. Oh, they're going to really start looking for a cure now. So we've got 81 points. And we're going to actually do some genetic hardening to slow them down. I'm actually going to go both stages of that. Let's just check transmission. We're just going to keep it on that for now. I don't want to transmit to other species yet, if at all. And let's make it survivable in all climates, and then we're going to leave it at that. We're going to keep those points for now. So this shows you the total world. So you can see from here, everywhere has been infected. There's only really North Africa, Algeria, and is that Morocco? Yeah. There's only those places that haven't really been infected. It actually says there, down there. Okay, yeah. Rather than squinting and looking at that, I could have just looked over there. So there's only really North Africa that's not been affected. But that should, with the climate add-on I've just put on, change that. So let's go back to the game and let's click on those. Get more points. So Japan's leading the global cure. So now they're going to start popping up with these little blue orbs, and we want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. There we go. Click on that, smash the cure. And usually two come up, one from Japan and one back in Japan, or whichever country's leading it. So we'll get rid of that. And you see the percentage is going up there now, the cure progress. So let's just go back to our abilities. We're going to start working against drug resistance to make it even more effective. And then when the cure starts to get up to about 25%, we're going to activate genetic reshuffle. We're just going to wait for that. And that'll make it harder for them to cure it, because basically we've just done a genetic reshuffle, so there's more strains of us out there. Nergal 4 has mutated and developed the coughing symptom, so that should also help spread it. We're not actually deadly yet though, so that's something else we're going to have to keep an eye out for. We're going to have to start becoming a bit more deadly soon. I just want to spread to the rest of Africa. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're not quite spreading now. Let's have a look. Can make us more heat resistant, I suppose. Or maybe we could cross species to make us more rural. What is Algeria on the map? Let's have a look. It's a arid country. It's a hot country. It's a poor country. So we've completely affected. Look at everyone in Iceland. Greenland, sorry, is infected. Everyone in Iceland's infected. These were the last two bastions last time I did this. mutation patterns are extraordinary. They're struggling. That should set back the cure a little bit. That's a nice little random event there that will help us out. I've not seen that before actually. Awesome. Rural regions. What about arid regions? Hot climates. Shall we go to insects? Shall we spread to insects a little bit? See if that helps spread. Yeah, we'll do that. I've clicked on it anyway. What was it for the second one? 26 points. Let's evolve that too. See if we can spread now to the rest of Africa. Zoom out so we don't miss any of them. So it's like the Martians have attacked from War of the Worlds now. The place has gone red. So let's wait for that to go to Japan. Tick that, press that. Good work. It looks like we're spreading as well. Applesoft announced the new eye cure device to help cure Nurgle 4. Release date to be announced. Fair enough. Whoa, we're really taking haemophilia symptom mutated. We're now doing haemophilia, so let's make us a little bit more deadly. Let's oh yeah, we're spreading now. We're spreading. Not many people have been infected by us. No one's died yet though, and they're at 25% cure. So as I said, we're going to resequence ourselves. Reshuffle ourselves even. There we go. Let's have a look at the symptoms. Is there anything we can afford? Which is a bit more deadly. Tumours. Not one I've tried before, not one I've tried. Pneumonia, sneezing. Sneezing's a good way to pass yourself along, I think, isn't it? And immune suppression, that can be useful. Let's do that. Oh, get rid of that. So now we're not getting as many points coming in, you might have noticed. We've spent a lot of points, not getting as many coming in. And they're really beginning to work on the cure now. Oh, and we've killed a lot of people. We're affecting a lot of people quite quickly now. They weren't ready for that, I think that's why that's jumped up. But that will change. Forward plane, get rid. So we've affected nearly everybody. There's only a little bit we haven't affected down there. I wonder why that is. Oh, mutating developed tumours. We're now making tumours on people. Lovely. So now it's a case of trying to keep ahead of the cure. Oh, there are no healthy people left in the world. Everyone's been infected. Right. Okay. So abilities wise, the second level of genetic reshuffle is 31 points. That'd be useful to save up for now. 'Cause now everyone's infected, we don't need to worry about climate. We also don't really need to worry about transmission. It's just symptoms and slowing them down. Systemic infection. Let's do that. Sounds like it should increase our ability to spread through people and become more fatal, which is what we want now. Because our goal now with infected everyone is to kill everyone before they can cure us. And we've now killed more people in the Black Death. So, jubilations. But they are coming up the cure fast. 40%. 41. 42. They're working really well on this. We've killed more people than the Spanish flu now. Do that. What we could do with this some more points to spend on reshuffling, but I don't think we're going to get enough to do that. And they've got to 50% now. These statistics for Nurgle 4 show it's the deadliest plague ever. Well, that's an achievement. It's killed over 300 million people in the world. It's worse than smallpox. We've mutated paranoia as well, so it should be less people who seek help. That might increase the death toll. Get rid of that, get rid of that. We've got 4 points now though. That's, I don't think I can spend on anything. thought I'd be rooting for a plague, but there we go. The Baltic states have begun to break down. Normal life in the Baltic states has broken down due to Nogel 4. Cure research is starting to slow. Well, I hope it does. It can break down society as well. That really is a death knell. But I don't think we'll do it in time. I'm beginning to get that feeling that we over 75%. I don't think we're going to manage this. Cure release globally. People rush to buy the new touchscreen device that can help cure them. How? USA president has been taken ill. Went insane last time I played this. Assists have now mutated, but they're at 96%, 97%, 98%. If we had enough points to reshuffle, we'd be alright, but I don't think we do. I think we've lost this one. 31 points. Yeah, they've completed the cure, which is what they'll start curing this now. Yeah. The world's won this time. I think what happened there, we didn't become deadly enough, unfortunately. And we're about to lose. And there we go. Defeated. So Nogel 4 has been eradicated this time. So there we go, Southern Unit with a board they can replay. So that's basically how the game works. So let's, we failed with Nogel 4 this time. I did it last time, but we failed this time. Shall exit this. I'll go back to single player. And let's, I'll play as a virus, and then you can see the difference. So let's play a virus. I always think of the Matrix and Agent Smith. A virus. You are a virus. Continue. We're just going to go with the ionized helix. We're not going to have the Darwinism because we've already got enough mutation going on there. I don't even think that'll help us that much in this case. And a normal. And continue. And we're Nogel 6. That was the correct designation for this one. Or V1 in this case. Play. So welcome to Plague Inc. You're a virus. Let's select to start location. We've picked on the United Kingdom. Let's actually start in a bigger populated area. So we've got Russia, China, India. I think they're good candidates to start in. Should I start in Argentina? Or Cloud not like me to. That'd be nasty, wouldn't it? Cloud hate me if I did that. No, we'll go with China. That's where I went last time. So we're in China, and we're a virus. Nogel 6 begins in China. So if we go back to the evolution thing, if we go onto abilities, you'll see it's actually got this, which is increasing the instability of the virus, which means it'll evolve more and more symptoms. Which, as you saw in the bacteria one, that's what makes people react. So we don't really want to go for that just yet. That's a good way to make it deadly fast at the end if we save some points to plug into that. Again, we're going to go for transmission first, and I might spread it around a bit this time. No pun intended though. It will develop more random mutations apparently on its own anyway. And if we, I'm going to show you that now. If we go on to symptoms, has it got any? I'll show you when it gets some. Because normally you'll be able to get DNA back by getting rid of them, but in this case you can't. You actually have to spend DNA to get rid of them, because that's how a virus works in this game. Let's speed things up and get some points. Affected 4 people. Got 9 points. Let's see. Shall we become something that can cross into rural things? What social clusters? Just urban. Maybe rats then, eh? Let's go rats. Let's see how quickly the rats. Oh, we can't do it yet. We need 10 points for that. We'll wait for a point, and then we'll make some rats. We're already spread into 14 people. Let's make that better. Evolve. So basically we've evolved to the fleas on rats, and then the next one up is actually rodents and other things. Coughing symptoms being detected, so we're already causing coughing. And we've infected hundreds of people. This is interesting. Okay. What was that? Infected thousands, that's all that was. Okay, I'm going to cough again, hold on. I think I may have this virus. Let's make ourselves even more transmittable, and let's go with more rodents, shall we? Okay, I'm going to drink while that happens. Anemia. Spread to Australia. Wasn't expected, but welcome. Whoa, we're everywhere. What's going on? Those rats get away, don't they? That was quick. It was very, very infectious. Right, that was surprising. Shall we cross ourselves over to birds or livestock? Livestock, actually. And maybe we should put ourselves a little bit of resistance in to drugs and to warmth. And we'll do cold next because we want to spread into Russia. So how much was it for cold? Sneezing symptom. I'm sneezing on people. China started working on a cure, unfortunately. Oh, they would, wouldn't they? So can we, yeah, let's do some genetic hard and slow that down a bit. And it's 15 for the next part of livestock. I think it's wild animals, isn't it? I'll look at that in a second. So he's got a point. We're now causing pneumonia. Wildlife susceptible. Wildlife. So I wonder if we come in with some bird flu next. Add that on. Pulmonary edema, sorry. Couldn't say that then. I've obviously developed the not being able to speak. First death in Korea. That's our first death. I start to take it seriously in a second. Let's go to birds as well. Whoa, we're all over the place. Sequence just yet. Maybe some more drug resistance. Fever, we're causing fevers now. Let's get the next lot of hardening as well. Let's slow them down even more. More infectious than the common cold. Been placed on a watch list. Where are we points now? 70. Whoa. Let's work on transmission now. To birds. And what's this? I've never seen this one. Extreme zoonosis. Infection crosses multiple species barriers, increasing effectivity, especially in rural and urban areas. Mutation chance of cross-country cross-contamination. Nice. We're having that. And let's not make the same mistake last time. We'll make ourselves even more resistant to the cold. There's one spread to Iceland. China has become the first country to try and limit the spread of Nurgle. Insomnia, people are now less productive, that's good. Just sort of cured over. Haemophilia symptom has been mutated. That should make it more deadly. It's gone to Iceland. Vomiting. No one's been infected in Greenland, unfortunately. Paranoia's been. Let's evolve that. What's this? Environmental hardening. Pathogen develops hardened coating, becoming highly weather resistant, extremely comfortable in both hot and cold climates. Seems like a worthwhile investment. Germany's leading the cure. We need to fight the cure now. Seizures. Oh, we got to Greenland at least. Just Canada. Seems to be we've killed more people in the Black Death now. And the cure is 25% complete. See if we can resequence and make people's drugs stop working. Internal hemorrhaging. It's going to make it even more deadly. Infected, that's going to shoot up now. Look at that. It's away. That's just Algeria, sorry. Let's look at the world. Hemorrhagic shock symptom mutated. I don't even know what that is. Let's have a look. Whoa, look at all them. This is everything we're doing now. What's this one? Skin lesions. What's this? Immune suppression. That should make us more deadly. Should we evolve that? For fun? Have we infected everybody yet? If we've infected everybody then yeah, let's not. Systemic infection mutated. Killing a lot of people. The cure's going very slowly. We're killing very fast. We need to spread to everybody though. Not spread to everyone yet. Cells airborne. Oh, the last healthy person's been infected. Yes. Okay, the cure's quite far away. We've killed a lot of the world's population. Let's see if we can kill them a lot faster now. Let's develop total organ failure. Sounds lovely. And can we do that as well? Comas. Comas and total organ failure. Cure's 50% complete. The world's population is about to copy it, I hope. Sudan's in anarchy. So the more places are going to anarchy, it slows the cure down. Look at that, it's going down. I've never seen it go down that fast. Whoa. Whoa. Pulmonary fibrosis. Last thing. I think. Projectile vomiting. Lovely. Let's just resequence ourselves for fun. Or reshuffle. Just to really play with the heads of the last few survivors. Oh, Nurgle 60s to eradicate humans. Yay! I feel good about that. Victory! Achievement, virus victory. So, I've managed to do the virus this time. Excellent. And there we go, world is destroyed. I have destroyed the world for Halloween. There we go. hope you've enjoyed that. There we go. And we've now discovered a new gene, which is the translesion, is it, gene type, and fungus plague type. So next time I can play as a fungus. There we go. So the fungus looks like that. There we go, cool. And we've found a new gene, translesion. Don't know where that is. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. There. Translesion. Costs to devolve don't increase. Alright. That could be useful. Right, so there you go. So that is Plague Incorporated. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed me destroying the very fabric of humanity and infecting us all with Nurgle 6. Which did better than Nurgle 4 this time. Very cool. But it does differ. I mean, Nurgle 4 did wipe the world out last time, so it's only fair. But now I've managed to do it with the virus, which is unlocked the next stage. If I can do it with the fungus, like The Last of Us, that will unlock this Nurax worm, and so on. So if you want to see some more of this, please put in the comments. You want to see me play a bit more Plague Inc. and destroy the world. But other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it helps out loads. Have a happy Halloween if you watch this on Halloween. And remember to wash your hands and not really infect people, and make you a terrible person for liking this game. I feel like a terrible person. But there we go. I do love this game. Brilliant. So thanks again. See you later. Take care, guys. Don't have nightmares. Bye.